Hey, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Today we're going to be playing a very cool game that we're going to be publishing on Kickstarter. Well, we'll be funding on Kickstarter. We'll be publishing through a variety of means, coming to you in digital and physical forms very soon. But first off, going to add some folks in here and do some introductions. But this is my channel, Adept Icarus. I'm Will. This is my game design studio, and yeah, we're gonna go on add some people. I'm gonna add M. Uh-oh, camera's not working. Looks like that's okay. We're gonna remove M. I'm gonna add Alan Bahr. We've been having some tech issues. It's okay. We'll figure it out. So Alan is the designer of this game that we're going to play tonight. You want to tell us a little bit about you, Alan, first off,
Sure.
and then we'll talk about Cyan Starlight after that.
Yeah. I'm Alan Bahr. I am a guy who makes games and stuff. That's it. I mean, I don't know. No, so I run Gallant Knight Games where I do a lot of my design work, but I've also designed for other companies like Steamforged Games, Osprey Games, variety of indie presses all over the field. I primarily work in RPGs, award-winning, best-selling, blah, blah, blah. So if you want to know what I do, go to gallantknightgames.com. You can find all kinds of stuff there and just, I don't know, whatever.
Awesome.
Yeah. So Cyan Starlight, though.
Yeah.
Cyan Starlight is a solo science fiction role-playing game about being alone and sad. So just in time for the holidays.
Just in time for the holidays. Wow.
That's been my marketing push for a while, and people don't seem to be biting.
Okay. Well,
so there's a data point for you on that.
It is a little bit about that, but also it's about discovery and some other things.
It's about self-discovery. It's about discovery outside of yourself. It draws a lot from existentialism philosophy, humanism philosophy, and a variety of post-enlightenment philosophy, especially stuff from Europe and through the 1950s or so. Sartre, Russell, etc.
Yeah. Very cool. Well, I'm excited to play it tonight.
Yeah.
I have played it a little bit on my own prior to this, but this is going to be an experiment. This will be interesting. And to join us in playing Cyan Starlight tonight, we also have Em Earhart, hopefully.
Hello. I think I'm here. Am I here?
It looks like you're here.
At least we're on brand.
What a miracle, honestly.
Yeah.
Well, I'm Em. I don't know if Will has already introduced me, but all my deets are down below. I'm a content creator and game designer, and I like to overcommit to how many games I can play in a week. Unfortunately, my computer today is not cooperating with my overcommitments. So if I piece in and out, ignore me. Just continue onwards. We're going to have a fun journey together.
Yeah. Definitely.
Or maybe not together, depending on how.
I mean, well, yeah,
maybe a little separately.
Depends. Oh. I was gonna roll with this banner for me, but I feel like since M keeps dropping out of the game, it's probably not really applicable anymore. I kind of am lonely now, so
Devastating.
Wow, I'm right here. Super rude. So we're gonna be playing a 3-headed solo game, which is bonkers. All three of us will be controlling the same character.
Yep.
As a team.
It's a little terrifying. Hopefully it'll be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Just heads up, viewer person. This is not how the game is intended to be played. So if things go super sideways, it's probably Will and Em's fault.
Definitely.
Yeah. I mean,
I just want to absolve myself of any commitment or responsibility there. So
definitely. Okay. Well, should we introduce everyone to our character that the three of us will be playing?
I think we should.
Yeah. All right. Sounds good. Let me get zoomed in on our character. So our character's name is Em Earhart Liu. They are of the service branch of science, and they've got a bunch of stats and stuff, some gear, and a trusty ship named the Borealis.
Woohoo.
Do we want to narrate like just a little bit about how Merit came to be where they are right now? Somebody wanna
Probably a
take
good
stab?
idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Alan,
Em
do you want to do
Em
this?
should do it.
You think I should do it? Okay.
do.
Hopefully I cut out mid-sentence. Um,
You absolutely actually did cut out mid-sentence.
that's hilarious. That is the funniest thing I've heard all day. What is our well, tell me about our ship frame. How large is it? Because I feel like the type of ship we are on really is going to determine why we're here, right?
Yeah. The Foundation is a scientific frame. It's intended to move slowly, gathering research, information, and processing that data to achieve a new golden age for humanity.
Love it. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think that we were on the Merit was on the Borealis. Obviously off on a mission, was in stasis while they were traveling through space. They thought they were going to only be gone out for maybe 3 months or so, what they thought. Whether or not that's actually what happened, we don't know. But Merit is off and is waking up.
Okay. I like that. So in those first moments, he wakes up and realizes that there doesn't seem to be anyone else around. What's going to happen if he goes and checks, like, the star date on his ship?
Well, it's it's sometime into the future. Let's just call it conservatively 3 million years.
Just 3 million. Okay. 3 million years in the future. No sign of anyone else on the ship.
Definitely not good, but I think Merit would probably check to see if there's any useful items so they can start figuring out what the next steps are, right? Like,
Yeah.
they are scientists. Merit is familiar with sort of the process of solving problems.
Mm-hmm. And also had work history as a quartermaster, so
Right.
looking through the different potential items on the ship, there's definitely some. I think we need to add another one there, maybe.
Yeah.
But
Well, I named the hazmat suit, so I think one of you two should define what the other piece of gear is.
Okay. Who's it going to be? Can you unselect it? There we go. Maybe it'll be me. It looks like Em might have frozen again. So let's go with a...
What would a scientific quartermaster have?
That's a great question. A tricomp, probably.
And a hazmat suit.
Hazmat suit. Yeah, it seems like we have the things. What about a portable power pack?
Done. I think that's cool. Let's do it. But, we should probably roll on the common gear table to see what they find on the ship that they can put to use.
I like that idea. Let's do that.
Yeah, right? So
Yeah.
that would be a D10.
Okay. I have some dice here.
Oh, hey, those are useful for RPGs.
I've heard that. Maybe we should use them. All right, D10. Got it. I got a 7.
Oh. So 7 is a Chucky, which is this long, out-of-date starship repair drone that is very vocal, annoying, and chirpy. It always wants to make you breakfast toast. So it is a D8 item.
All right. Well, let's add Chucky in here.
Yeah, and Chucky is spelled Chukke. Technically, there's like
Chukke.
Yep.
There we go.
Cool.
All right.
Cool. So now we have our gear. We have our little robot friend.
Yeah.
But we don't know why it's 3 million years later. We don't know where anybody went. Why the ship is empty.
Yeah. It's a good question. Do we, the thing that I've been thinking about is, do we want to write anything along with this as we go? Do we want to expose everybody who's watching to that sort of aspect of it?
We absolutely can. It might be good to put some notes as we explore at the minimum.
Yeah, for sure. I'm going to just make this over here. Okay. So we have that. Let's zoom out a little bit on our view here. So we've got kind of a starting point in our hex map here where Merritt has awakened. So he's explored his ship. They've explored their ship. And found the Chucky. And I think now they're probably ready to look farther, since there's no one here. Maybe they can find someone who can tell them what's happened.
Okay. Well, so one of the things Cyan Starlight does is it uses this hex map to represent as you're moving from star system to star system. The distance between the hexes is sort of irrelevant because the game sort of hand waves all that away. It's just sort of a abstract measure of your positioning, and so you can kind of keep notes as you're going.
Mm-hmm.
So we should probably go through the travel procedures.
Okay, that sounds good to me.
So we have to pick what hex we're going to move to.
Okay. What if we move to this one?
Seems great. Let's do it.
Okay.
So then we have to roll on the flight table. Which is in the book somewhere. Are we gonna like... Oh, there it is. Oh, this moment of panic. So we roll 2d6 to see what our new location is like.
I can roll 2d6.
Okay.
I get a 4.
All right. Perfect. So the new location is going to be with a 4. It is. It is hazardous.
Okay.
Which means we have to make an engines check to like kind of navigate as we go through here.
Yeah.
So on our little trip to the next nearest system, we're gonna have to roll an engines check. Mm-hmm. So the way checks work in Cyan Starlight is we are gonna roll the engine die.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna look for a result, and either way that engine die is gonna decrease in one size.
Okay. I got a 5.
A 5 is we succeed with no cost or complications. So we're successfully able to leverage our engine to move forward into the new system, right? Now, because this is a solo game, normally you would be doing this by yourself and sort of journaling or taking notes and kind of tracking what's going on and sort of immersive, expanding journey of discovery here.
Yeah. Merit pilots the Borealis into a new system. Oops. Let's go to a new line. And succeeds at avoiding hazards.
Yeah. So now we should probably roll to see what kind of planet type it is. For the location type.
Great.
So that's going to be a D8 3 different times.
3d8. I like d8s. That's good. All right.
Yeah, they're fun dice.
I got a 5.
All right, so it's an industrial planet.
Okay. Great. And a 6.
It is a risky planet, so it's not as perilous as it could be. But there's some risk in this planet, maybe due to the pollution and the high level of chemicals and stuff, right? Like sort of that heavy metal pollution in the air and everything.
Got it.
And then we have to roll to see if it's occupied.
I got a 1.
A 1. It is occupied. So I will roll to see what is occupying it.
Okay.
Hey, look who's
Welcome back.
I roll a check. We'll see if I stay fixed.
Okay.
So we found a new planet.
Yeah, we did.
You know the name of this planet?
We can name it whatever we want as far as we know.
That's
Incredible.
It's industrial. It's occupied though.
Right. Yeah. They may have
Who's
a name
living
for it.
here?
Well, we're about to roll, so let's see.
Okay.
It is occupied by Nivacria zealots.
You're kidding me.
Nope.
Oh boy. Okay.
What does that mean?
And I dropped my die and bugs.
And bugs. Oh no.
That
So,
sound like the two worst things it could be.
We should leave.
So we don't have to land on the planet or anything. There's an option to disembark our ship here, right? So bugs are sort of this hive mind, Starship Troopers-esque, giant insect that wants to devour everything.
Mm-hmm.
Nivacria zealots are they're special. They're my favorite baddie in the game because I got to write really crazy prose. So they see them. They are the universe's antibodies in their mind. They see their job is to inflame everything until the god that has swallowed reality vomits it back out. So they go around inciting like violence and like unrest and discord in an attempt to sort of like how your body has a fever to burn out the bacteria or the virus, right? They see themselves as that antibody, that immune system response to reality being swallowed by some being they call the all beyond sight that has swallowed reality.
So cool. Okay, so Merritt sees this scan come back as these people here. What's that? What do they feel? Horror?
Probably a little.
Probably a little
bugs
confused.
for sure, I think, right?
Mm-hmm.
These might not be things that were around 3 million years ago.
That's a good point.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Sounds horrifying. Are we gonna land here, or are we gonna keep moving?
Well, we haven't finished seeing what else is on the planet, right? We know what it's occupied by, but we have to know if there's anything we want to get.
We would have to go down in order to find out, right?
No, you roll during the scan step.
Oh, okay.
Oh, cool.
So you know what the archive, site, and resources are before you make a decision.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Well, we should at least make our scan then.
Yeah, so, hey, you should roll a d8.
Got it. 3.
All right, so there is an archive here that is a nano divinity, a being of omnipotent technology.
Ooh.
But in order to get it... Oh, I just had a die. Where am I? Oh, there it is. How am I so bad at this? 1 die, and I immediately lost it. It is perilous if we want to get it. Or, like, interact with it.
Yeah.
But if we do, we might find it. Oh, I rolled an 8, which is an insight. We might find an insight into what happened.
What's the significance of insights?
So insights are the big clues that tell you. So Cyan Starlight has fixed endings, and as you find these insights, you plug them into a website called the Cyan Starlight website that will generate one of 512 possible endings to the game for your character based on the insights you find.
So many endings.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is a solo game that has a set ending. And then echoes are the bad parts of insight. So because you are alone, as you grow lonely or things happen or it becomes hard, you have to contend with despair and echoes. And echoes can also cause an ending, but the ending is perhaps less good.
So there are places to track those in the sheet over here, but also on the character sheet, it looks like there's some options to potentially get insights or echoes in other ways rather than this. But this is like just straight up, you could get an insight.
Straight up, if we go down to the planet and interact with the nano divinity, we would get an insight.
Wow.
It would be perilous. And there is also on this planet, well, around this planet, there is an orbital space station that is still functional.
Oh.
That is the site where the archive is. So this nano divinity is not even on the planet, right? So like most solo games, we're rolling on these tables as we play, and then we sort of, once we have all the results, we can form this cohesive narrative. So maybe the planet, because it's industrial and polluted, is so polluted that everybody lives, including the bugs and the zealots, on the space station with the nano divinity. Right? So it's still part of the planet as far as the location is concerned, but narratively, we're going to be on this big space station with the nano divinity running it. Like Deep Space Nine, if like a hologram god ruled it or something.
Ooh.
That's amazing. Okay. Well, is Merritt feeling ballsy enough to take on this this perilous journey?
That is the question that, and now there are three of us, so this is where the three-headed component comes in, right? How do we decide? My thought is that's a lot of very scary stuff in one place, and Merritt has just awoken.
That's where I was too. I was like, that's a lot to wake up to. Oh, here's the closest place. Scan.
Merritt is a person of science. We're very smart. If anybody can overcome a problem by thinking their way through it, it's us.
That's so true.
Clearly, I'm the daredevil aspect of Merritt's personality here.
We have,
and I'm going to be the social anxiety of Merritt's personality and say, I might be able to figure it out. Amazing.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm happy to. We can roll a d3 and just have one of us make a call.
All right. I'm going to say even. Roll the d3, Alan.
Okay.
Or, yeah, because Will and I are on the same page.
Okay.
So
why don't we just do d3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 down the
Perfect.
line. Okay. 6. Em, you make the call.
Okay. I'm going to say Merritt does think that they could think their way through this. However, does Merritt even able to talk to these people? Let's go. Let's try another location.
Okay. Now, we know that this location has this, so we can always come back to it.
That's right.
Okay, that's true.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Maybe if we find some stuff that we think would help us be more successful, or we meet some of these later and go, oh, it's not as bad as I thought it was, right? We can always come back here.
Yeah. So this is Nano Divinity.
I put a little number 1 there and then matched it with the exploration log.
Bugs and zealots.
I like that.
Nano divinity, bugs and zealots. Oh my! It doesn't really work very well. Oh.
No. Cool. We're gonna keep drawing these little lines like this. I kind of like it.
I like it too.
Got a very sci-fi vibe to the map. I dig it.
Right. Yeah. All right. Well, where are we going to travel next then? I picked the direction.
Winners go left.
Winners go left. So is that the
That's
spot?
my understanding.
Or is
I have
that this
never
spot?
heard that in my life.
Really?
I've always heard choose the right. So, like... As a left-handed person, I prefer winners go left. I think it's better.
Okay. Let's go left.
All right.
Take us left, Will.
Okay. I will go left. Maybe. This is left, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you hold up your hand, right, it makes an L.
Ah. Interesting. Okay.
And then the horrifying part where all of our cameras are actually flipped.
Yes. All right. Well, we have flown to a new location. So let's see what we can find here.
Okay.
I feel like I need to put like a little symbol or something on that last one. Something fun. I'll see what I can find. You two want to do the like discovery part, and I'll see if I can find a neat
Yeah.
thing you can drop on there.
M, roll 2d6 to see
You got
what
it.
the flight is like.
Am I adding these together?
Yeah. Yes. Sum them, please.
5.
5. The flight is potentially dangerous. It's not good.
Left is already treating us poorly.
So we have to make a risky engines attribute check. So we look at our engines, which is a D4, which means we cannot be successful.
Should I roll anyways?
Yes, we need to roll, because if you roll a 1, it's worse.
I rolled a 3.
Okay.
I'm so scared.
All right, so
You should be.
where did my... Why am I having trouble with the rules for this all of a sudden?
I feel like this is a very accurate depiction of merit. We're like, ooh, cool little pictures for the things I found. I'm going to go ahead and sort that out. Also, I'm terrified, and then I don't remember how.
And don't remember how to fly.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot to do once you wake up in the middle of space beneath the Cyan Starlight.
Okay. So, what did you roll for your D4?
3.
3. Okay. So that is a perilous situation. So we have to. I figured it out. I remembered how this game works. I'm
That's
smart.
good.
I'm a good game designer. So we lose 3 resources off our ship as
Ouch.
part of the cost of this.
So we
So
need
something.
to mark some
So we
resources.
have 24 resources total over there,
Mhm.
and we can mark 3 among any of them. So rations is our food, fuel is our fuel, shields are like. It's all really obvious what it is. I don't know why I'm literally just saying the word they are, but
Okay.
I'm feeling an asteroid. We went through an asteroid field.
Yeah.
We could take some fuel and some shields for that, right?
Some fuel and some shields. Okay.
unfortunately,
No.
the complication is something about this. The situation's true nature is revealed.
What does that mean?
Well, we have to decide based on the narrative.
Okay.
right? So what would be, so if we're coming through this asteroid field, we're leaving this nano divinity. Maybe we discovered that the nano divinity is hostile and it actually controls these asteroids and slams them into us on our exit. And so now we know, narratively that maybe that nano divinity is also part of these zealots who want to agitate the universe and make it vomit itself back up.
Hmm.
I think we lost M again.
Oh no.
I love it.
Oh,
Oh.
comes back.
Oh, I think I'm here. I heard you the whole thing.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh no. Okay, good. Yeah, that sounds awesome. Nano divinity controlling the asteroids is probably on top 10 fear list. That's awesome.
Yeah. So do we want to rate that?
Probably,
In our
or we'll
exploration
forget.
log? Yeah, I think so. All right. Let's see. Give me words.
All right. Should we do it from the past tense, or do we want to do it from present?
Let's see. The first round was Merit pilots the Borealis, so it was like present.
Okay. An asteroid field defied science. When the nano deity assaulted the Borealis.
Yeah, great. Cool. Yeah, gotta watch out for those nano divinities.
You've got to watch out for the nano divinities.
Yeah.
They're the worst.
So we didn't successfully navigate the hazard, but what does that mean? Are we still going to explore in this system?
So we can still explore in the system. We just had to pay the cost of fuel, shields, and this complication to get there.
Okay.
Right? It's sort of the game doesn't have you ever fail. It's about how much it costs you to be successful until you're out of resources to be successful.
Mhm.
Right? So when we roll dice, we can't actually fail. All we can do is pay nothing, a moderate amount, or a lot to be successful. That's sort
I
of
love
the
that.
right
Okay.
trend there. So we need to roll on the site table. Well, first we have to roll on the planet table.
Yeah.
It is a D8.
6.
It is a toxic planet. But it is risky, not perilous, so it could be worse.
Mm-hmm.
It is, in fact, not occupied.
Hmm.
But there is a site there. So we should see what it is.
Yeah, we should.
That would also be a D8.
I think we definitely
A D8.
go for it, Will.
I got it. I got an 8.
Okay. An 8 is, there is a ancient palace of a long-gone civilization.
Ooh.
It is, there is no risk to entering this palace.
We should definitely check it out.
I think, yeah, scientific discovery demands that we enter this palace.
It contains loot, 2d3 resources, and an archive.
Ooh. Loot and an archive. Nice.
The archive is a stellar library, long abandoned. But we don't know what is in that archive until we get there. So
I feel like we are... Okay. Well, this part of Merritt's brain needs to find a really cool icon for the palace. So I'm going to look for one of those.
okay. So at this point in our process, we would be choosing to... We've hit the point where we choose if we are going to disembark or not, right? And if we don't disembark, we would then just go to a new hex. But if we're choosing to disembark, we have to check one resource box, and then we go planet side, and that represents us spending some resources to get down to the planet.
Okay. I think we...
Oh, wow, there's an actual palace little icon there now.
Right.
Look at that.
Kind of awesome. Does fuel make sense for the resource that we spend to get down to the planet?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, we
Yeah.
could justify anything. Shields, because we need them to protect us from the toxic atmosphere. The hull, because it goes through our shields and eats at the structure of the ship, right? Rations get spoiled on the way. Like, there's a lot of ways we can sort of narratively justify whatever happens here.
That's
Mhm.
cool. Do you have a preference on which resource we use?
I actually think we should use rations and say we sprung a leak in one of our containment sectors and some rations got ruined by the toxic atmosphere.
I'm here for it. It really ties into the whole atmosphere being toxic.
Plus, we haven't checked any rations yet.
Very true. So we're going to lose 1 ration?
Yep.
Got it.
All right. So the location is unoccupied. So we can just go right into this palace to see what the site is.
Okay.
And we know the palace, the site's the palace. We know the archive is this stellar library, but we don't know what's in it. So we should probably roll that D8 and see what we find as we're wandering around this non-Euclidean palace. I assume maybe it's like a bunch of floating crystals, or it's all suspended on hydroponic, like floating discs, like
Mm-hmm.
kind of hanging palace with like vines of these alien purple and pink and yellow oscillating plants that the toxic atmosphere has mutated into these like strange, colorful, iridescent, kind of verdant jungle of pollution and plant life that can survive in pollution. So mosses and lichens and stuff,
That sounds stunning.
and dangerous because it's
I
toxic.
rolled a 3. What's in there?
We have some loot. We find some loot.
Okay.
So the way loot works is we roll a d20 to see what the loot is we find.
Mm-hmm.
Don't roll a 1.
I rolled a 17.
Cool. Ooh, 17's good. Oh. Get back to loot. Okay, 17 is we find a new D8 item. We find something we can use that is worth a D8.
Okay.
So, I mean, you rolled it. What should we find?
Oh, that's a Is there a list to choose from?
You know it's in your brain.
We don't currently have
Just
any
like just make it up.
weapons.
We
Yeah.
don't have a weapon.
You don't have a weapon.
I'm strongly feeling like if you have a toxic world where there's plants coming in, if people live during that time, they might have the equivalent of like a flamethrower to hold
Oh,
back growth. So
Okay.
let's say that.
I'm picturing. Did you ever read the Dragon Riders of Pern fantasy
so
series?
long ago.
Those the flamethrowers they use to burn the thread that sprays like the ammonia. So it's not
Yeah.
actually fire, but it's like that liquid ammonia.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Perfect. An acid spitter.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's all we can find here. We've sort of exhausted this location.
Okay.
Okay.
And so far, the only living things we met is hostile, which is not
Mhm.
great.
Very true. Yeah.
Not a single human otherwise.
All right. Well, let's update our exploration log. What do we want to say about this place?
The caustic environment of Xeon 8 held nothing but a verdant jungle. And how did you describe the palace?
A floating hydroponic iridescent jungle palace in a toxic wasteland.
A palace and a weapon. Yeah, Tatum says all the big words are coming out today. Accurate.
What do you know? All right. I'm gonna just move that down to there so we can see it. Cool.
Beauty.
All right.
No insights here, though, huh?
No insights. No.
Damn.
We had our chance at insights. We may still. I feel like we need to put like a big capital I on this one or something too, because that feels important. You know what I mean? How big can I make it? That big? Haha. Okay. All right. Where are we flying to? We said left, yeah. Winners
We
go
did say left. Winners go left. Maybe we trace the edge of the system.
What happens when we get all the way left?
Well, then space is actually goes all directions, so we can just
Oh.
pick a new direction to be left.
Fair. Yeah, that's fair. Okay. All right. Well, we are in a new location then. What do we want to do?
We
when
have to
get
travel, I do believe.
there? Oh yeah, we have to fly, right?
We have to fly. Let's see how safe it is to do so.
Did we lose Alan?
No, I'm right here.
Oh, okay. Good.
Do.
Sorry. I think I found an error in the book and I got caught up like hunting down a solution because my game designer brain never turns off.
There. We'll get that sorted out.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see here.
All right, I've got flight. We're gonna make a flight roll.
Great. It's 2d6, is it?
Yep.
It is. Do you want to roll this time, Will?
I can roll it, yeah. Got an 11.
Okay, let me go down to the flight. If I can find it.
In there.
An 11. All right, so that's safe.
Good. We like safe.
Thank goodness. And then when we get there, I'm trying to roll this off the top of my head here. If we go to the scan table, is that right?
We're gonna go to the location type first. I mean,
Location
yes,
type.
we are doing the scan action, and so we define kind of the location, then we roll to see what the site is. You can kind of do it in any order as long as it
Awesome.
works out with what you want.
Well, do you want to roll a dice this time, Alan? We can do a location.
Sure. Well, let's roll on the scan table and see how much stuff we have to generate, I guess.
Good idea.
Okay. 8 is we find nothing,
Oh,
Nothing.
but this nothing is occupied.
Hmm. What's it occupied with?
Oh, and I just found another typo in the book. I'm marking it down.
the joys of gaming.
This is what happened because we said we're done and we checked it off as fully edited and laid out, and now we're finding errors, so we have to do it all again.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good times.
That's how it works. All right. Well, let's see what it's occupied by, huh? That would be a D8.
I got a 3, which I think is security systems and rogue drones.
Well, you roll once on each table and then combine.
Okay, thank
So
goodness.
we got security systems
And bugs.
And bugs. There's a lot of bugs on these tables. It's the most
Yeah.
common outcome.
All right. So we got
So-
more bugs.
And a security system. That security system's overcomeable. I don't feel like we're,
But bugs.
But also, there's nothing here. So do we really want to be here?
That's a
probably
great point.
not. Let's move on.
Yeah. This isn't what we wanted.
Does this look like a security system?
I mean,
A bar,
sure. It looks
sure.
like somewhere I don't want to be.
Yeah, it would make it secure for me.
Okay. I'll make a note for this one.
Stinking bugs.
Nothing but bugs and security.
Does that mean we have to do another flight table if we're not going to stop here?
Yeah, so it costs us a resource to keep moving, so we have to spend a resource off our ship.
Yeah.
Which one should we spend?
Good question. Structure, maybe? We haven't spent any structure.
Yeah, maybe we just kind of blow through
What
and we don't
happens?
stop, and we're pushing our ship to the limit, so it's like rattling because it's not supposed to go that fast. And
Yeah.
coming apart at the seams.
Mm-hmm.
It's terrifying. I rolled a 6 for our flight.
Makes it perilous, or no, risky, right?
Potentially dangerous, I think.
Yeah, that's risky.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, well, we have to make an engines check with our D4 there.
Oh no!
Okie dokie.
We're gonna need to
D4.
stop and go get some like resources somewhere.
Yeah. Can we use one of our gear in place of the engines check? Is that
So,
possible?
Chucky, we can because he's a repair drone. We lower Chucky's die to raise one of our ship attributes by 1.
Ah,
That's Chucky's benefit.
maybe we should do that.
Probably gonna harass us about toast in the process.
Ah, yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't know how Merritt feels about toast. Well, what if we do that? We take Chucky to a D6, and then our engines can go back to up to a D6?
Okay, yeah. So, just to note that if we take Chucky to a D4 and never use that die again, Chucky breaks down and is gone.
Oh, Chucky.
We have
Our
killed.
last friend.
We have
Then
killed
what-
our only friend.
Then who will make us toast?
Immanuel Kant would be upset with us.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's try a D6 then for the engines check. I got a D6 right here. I got a 4.
Okay, so either way, the die decreases by 1 step,
Yeah.
and we have a cost we have to pay, which
Okay.
I will generate now. Hey, I rolled an 11, so there's no additional effect. The cost is actually, we're good. We made it.
Amazing.
Oh,
Okay.
whew.
We got lucky.
All right.
Thank you, Chucky, for your sacrifice.
Oh boy. Katie, you're a bad person.
Uh,
Oh, I really hate puns.
me too, Alan. Me too. Everyone always makes their puns, and whenever I try, nobody laughs. And I'm like, what the hell, man?
Oh,
Try my
no,
hardest.
it's not that. I just hate puns. Like, they drive me up the wall. I think they're the laziest form of humor. No offense, Katie. I'm sorry. I have literally kicked
Lots
people
of
out of my
offense,
game
Katie.
nights for making too many puns. Like, I have done it and said, you need to leave. We're done here. But I can't do that on the internet. I can't
Amazing.
make Katie not make puns.
No.
You know, that is forever.
I know where she lives. I can make this happen for you.
That seems ominous. Plus, it was a philosophy pun, so I'm okay with it. I'll write it out.
All right. So
Well, should we do one more hex?
I think we probably could.
I say we should go south. Like, let's go down one.
Yeah.
Because the going left thing is not paying off for
No,
us. so
it's not paying off.
been
You're
really
right.
horrible.
Yeah, let's go here.
Let's
I like
do
it.
that.
Okay.
Should we go down and right?
Do we want
Because
to write about
basically-
how pathetic this location was in our exploration log, or do we just want to skip it because it was so...
Stardate this location. It sucked. Moving on.
Yeah.
We don't have to move linearly. We're in a spaceship. We can jump to any hex we want.
Oh.
Interesting.
we could go to the bottommost right.
Let's do it. Let's move to here. Let's see what's in this spot.
All right. Well, we're gonna have to roll on that there flight table, aren't we? It's
Yeah, we
2d6. I think you should tackle that one. You've had better luck than we have on the flight table.
No kidding.
All right, I've got a 6 and a 3 for a total of 9.
That is potentially dangerous.
Okay.
So we need to make a
No.
risky engines check.
Oh no. And we can't win, is that right?
We can.
Oh,
We on a 3 or 4, we only suffer a complication on
Okay.
or a cost. On a 1 or 2, we suffer a cost and a complication.
all right.
Go for it.
Am I responsible for this as well?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, we're gonna blame you if this goes south.
It's a 2.
Cool. So that's a cost and a complication. Our cost is we have to check 2 resources,
Oh boy.
Oh my.
and our complication is a useful item is lost.
Oh no.
Okay. So listen, y'all.
Chucky.
You can't push
Merit-
Chucky out the airlock. I'm gonna hard and
Merit was
fast
like,
that.
this whole area is not good. Even though my ship is rattling at the seams, what if we jumped as far as we possibly could across space and then was shocked when there was complications? This seems pretty true to Merit.
Science. I'm good with it. Yeah. So what do we want to lose? Maybe we should lose our power pack. We had to use it when the engines went haywire to like shore up an emergency battery.
Yeah, probably. I think that makes sense. I'll just strike it. There we go. So we had to use up the power pack. I'm guessing that probably cost us some fuel. And we have one more resource to spend. More structure.
Structure makes sense since we were rattling at the seams as it was. Now there's a definite hiss off in the...
Yeah. Come on, Borealis.
Oh, poor
right.
Borealis. What happens when we get to our location? What do we find there? That was just getting here. We have no idea where we got to.
Right?
Do we do a scan? Do we do location?
I think we do look.
I'm afraid to make a decision, if I'm being honest here.
Let's find out what we have here. Let's do... I'm looking for the right table here. And I'll never find it because I can't, apparently. Okay, yeah, let's do a location type. Let's find out what type of location this is. Just do a D8 and roll it 3 times.
4.
And okay, an urbanized,
7.
standardly dangerous, which is good.
3.
And it is unoccupied. So an unoccupied urbanized planet. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Sounds
Okay.
interesting.
A little concerned about
sounds like-
what might have deoccupied this urbanized planet, but
That's
sure.
good.
Okay.
Good, sure. All right. Shall we scan?
I have all dice except for D10s in front of me, so someone else is going to have to roll this.
You want to roll it down, or do you want me to?
Sure, I can roll a d10.
Okay.
I rolled a 5.
It's actually 2d10.
I also I rolled a 14 is what I meant.
Okay. Yeah, there's actually nothing. But roll another 2d10.
Two.
It's occupied.
Dang it.
Hallelujah.
We
Let's
were
see what's here.
surprised.
All right, so we need some D8s.
I can do D8s. 8 and 1.
Oh. All right. Well, I don't know how to pronounce this. Aspernell Vindicators and bugs.
Those bugs are everywhere.
Yeah, they're really pesky. Okay. Well, I'm gonna move a bug icon into here while you two decide what we need to do.
Don't put this on me. I'm not responsible for this.
Yeah, but you have to deal with
So
with the fallout anyway.
So, Alan,
Uh-huh.
we got to this planet. We did our scan. We're like, oh, I think it's safe. Except there's nothing here and there's also bugs.
That tracks.
But we're also like running low on some resources. This is an urbanized place. Do we think that we can find fuel at least here? Or do you think that's all gone?
I mean, I think we kind of have to take the risk, right? Like, I think we've sort of hit a point where we're making a move one way or another.
Let's land.
Let's do it. Oh, to be continued. We only have 3 minutes left.
Oh, no.
That went so fast.
We're going to have to come back and determine what is going on at this place at the same time on Wednesday next week.
Wait, at which point the Kickstarter will be live.
It will be live. Yeah.
Should we talk about the Kickstarter for a second?
Maybe for a second. I've got the ticker on for it's like, hey, there's a Kickstarter. So in the notes for this show, you can see that there is a link to get notified when the Kickstarter goes live. It's going to be pretty cool. We have a few things that are neat about this. One thing that Alan mentioned when we talked about it in the beginning was that it's technology enabled, and so there are 512 unique endings for Cyan Starlight. What else is interesting about the Kickstarter we can tell them, Alan?
I get paid if you back it.
Yeah.
Big fan of that.
Also true. If you want to get notified when we have our next session here, you can also hit the subscribe button, like its countermeasures and the Scubatry Pirates have missile lock. Yeah.
I'm trying to think what else we can say.
What can we say? I bet we could say something.
Gotta be something.
Yeah. You hear this music that we've been listening to?
Oh yeah,
Maybe
that's
we
part
should
of
tell
it.
them about that.
Yeah, the music. There's a soundtrack. You should back, and then tell Will that you want him to produce a cassette of the soundtrack.
Which I am highly unlikely to do.
I'm lobbying hard, and I need your moral and vocal support.
F's in chat for cassette tapes.
Yeah. The nice thing is you'll be able to get the soundtrack in MP3 format and probably a playlist on something like Spotify or another platform.
See, look at all these people.
Stop it. It's not going to happen.
All right. I will respect Will's decision here.
Yeah. I think that's...
We'd appreciate it if you come along for the ride on the Kickstarter. It's a fun game. I think it really, there's a lot of personal history into this game. Will and I actually recorded a podcast yesterday where we talk about that, so we'll post that on the Kickstarter too. Mm-hmm. But this game is very influenced by my struggles with bipolar disorder, and so there is quite a bit to sort of unpack with the game. And when the Kickstarter goes live, we're talking about all that. So I want to unload it all here, but there's stuff there.
Yeah. Yeah, I was really happy to read this game, learn about, some of that, and to have the opportunity to publish it. So I'm really excited for this, and hope you all enjoy it. Hope to see you on the Kickstarter next week. With that, I think we will end the stream for today. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Maybe it'll go back to the view where they can actually see us for a second and we can wave. Hey, y'all.
Bye.
Bye. See you next week. I don't have a cool outro, so this is it. The end. Goodbye.